What's up, YouTube? Hope everybody's doing well. Thanks for tuning in today. This is Premium Fuel Garage. I'm Anthony. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Check out some of the other videos on the channel. And if you're returning, I really appreciate the support. And please continue to like and comment on the videos. It really helps me out and gives me feedback for what I'm doing. So today's video is going to be quick install. Another install video, I know. But quick and easy. We're going to do it on my truck, the TRX, and it's going to be cosmetic stuff. Some of the things I really think just should have come from the factory like that, and they didn't. So just want to do that and just kind of polish it up, just do the finishing touches on the outside and stuff. So before we get into that, I just want to share some, I don't know, we got to have some fun with the vehicle, so I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. A couple weeks ago is the Woodward Dream Cruise here in Michigan. So if you haven't heard about it, it's a huge car event. The actual event is on the third Saturday of August. People coming from all over the country, all over the world, really. I think it's actually, now it's been recorded as the biggest single day event centered around automotive. I think the last totals they said was potentially 1.5 million people had attended. It's just crazy. It's crazy. But it's awesome because it's here in our backyard, basically. So we get to go check it out every year. It's been going on since, I believe, '94. A couple started it. Basically, they started it as a fundraiser for kids' sports, I think. I don't remember exactly. But they did it, and they did it again, and then it just kept getting bigger and bigger, and more people heard about it, and more people got involved. And now it's crazy. All the automakers are here. People come in from all over the world. All big celebrities, everybody is here. So it's a huge event. So like I said, that's third Saturday in August, so a couple weeks ago. And it's gotten so big now that the whole week prior, the Saturday before, in fact, Roadkill Nights has been here. I don't know how many years in a row now doing events. They did a drag event this year. Super cool. They had YouTube influencers in brackets, and then they had small tire brackets and big tire brackets. Yeah, pretty cool event. And then Ram had something here as well. They actually had, well, Dodge was here, everybody was here, but they had a dirt track, and they were running TRXs and giving people rides and jumping them, and it was very cool, very cool. So anyways, that happened on the Saturday, and then all week during the week, people come out and, you know, they get off of work, they come down to Woodward and drive their cars, and everybody just cruises. It's such a good time, and it's crazy how much diversity there is in all the vehicles you see out there, from brand new supercars, hypercars, to the oldest cars you can think of, Model A's, Model T's, and everything in between. All the muscle cars of the 60s and 70s, and the 50s era cars, the big fin cars, just everything. There's just so much to see, and it's just super cool. It's just a great time. So anyways, the wife and I decided to go out. The Saturday event is crazy. I mean, the amount of people, the entire street, I don't know if I don't remember how long it is, but it goes from like 8 Mile all the way up into Pontiac. Every inch of grass is consumed by chairs, tents, everything else of spectators. And then you have everybody out there cruising at the same time. So it's bumper to bumper all day. The nice thing about living here is we can go down there during the week prior to the actual huge event and just cruise. We went down there on a Thursday night after the wife got off of work, took both vehicles. We took a couple with us. Wives went in the vet with my wife. The wives went in the vet, and the husbands went in the TRX, and we just had a great time. Just a great time. Just cruising down there, and like I said, seeing all the different vehicles was just super cool. We also met up with my brother down there, which was cool as well. He recently, a couple months ago, got a wide body Scat Pack 392 Charger, and so he brought his car down too. So we got to just cruise along, and yeah, we cruised for a couple hours, and it's nice because it's in the evening, so it's not super hot, you know, it's cooling off, so the cars are running better, and yeah, just a great time. So we had that going on a couple weeks ago, and so that was yeah, some of the things we've been doing. So yeah, so like I said, today actually you know what, I'll throw some pictures in here so you can see that, and then yeah, then we'll move on to the install part, and I'll tell you what we got going on. Alright, so the install video we're doing today is cosmetically we're going to make some changes. So the emblems here on the door that say Ram, to me, the only emblem that's on the truck that says TRX is on the tailgate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these emblems off, and I'm going to actually, I bought some OEM TRX emblems, and I'm going to put those here in their place on the doors. In addition to that, I also found a guy, I think I got it on Etsy, I'm not sure. I'll look up and see what I got, and if I have his name, I'll put it in here. But Hellcat style badging, but instead of a Hellcat, it's a TRX. So it's a T-Rex head, and I'm going to put that at the front. I got to check this clearance here. I want to make sure that this void here isn't so that when the door goes in it doesn't grab the fender. If that's the case, then what I'll do is I'll just move this back a little bit. I'll start the head here, and then the TRX emblem will go back here. So that's what we're going to do first, both doors. And then on the tailgate, I already did it. I'll take a picture of it and put it in there. But it had a 4x4 on the right side of the tailgate, and I put one of the T-Rex heads there instead. I took the 4x4 off and put a T-Rex head there. So I'll take a picture of that and I'll put that in the video too. The other thing we're going to do is the lug nuts. So from the factory, they're chrome. I get why, because if you're taking your wheels on and off, they're going to get marred up. Chrome ones are going to wear better. But as far as the look goes, an all black wheel, all black tire, it should have all black lug nuts. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to swap out the lug nuts, and we're going to put all black ones on. So that's what we're going to do today. Like I said, should be quick and easy. Not a big deal. And we'll get going on it. Okay, like I said, this is what we're doing today. So here's the stuff here on the table. I'll zoom in a little bit. So what we're doing is we are replacing those Ram letters with the TRX badge, and then in front of it, these are the Hellcat style T-Rex badges. So that's what's going to go in front of it. Alright, so first thing I like to do when taking badges off, especially these ones where they're on both sides of the truck, to make sure that the new ones that go on are going to be even, what I like to do is take some painter's tape and just run it along the edge, top edge of the current one, just so I know exactly where it is, and keep it nice and straight, have it touching all the way down, and then that gives you a good idea where the new one should go, and it'll end up being even and straight on both sides. So that's what I'm doing. That's the first step. Make sure that the emblems are going to go on straight. Okay, so in addition to the top piece of tape to give me my top level, I ended up putting some on the sides as well. The TRX emblem that I'm going to be replacing these letters with, I think, is a little bit smaller. It's a little bit taller, but it's a little bit smaller. So I want to just mark that so I can make sure I have it centered in this space, and then I'm going to put the T-Rex head here. So, for me, as far as pulling these off, what I found, I mean, lots of people say you can heat them up with a hair dryer. My truck's been out in the sun for a good part of the day. So I just take some fishing line and just get behind the corner and just slowly work it. And for the most part, you know, this is a new truck, and they come off pretty easy. So it's not a whole lot of work involved. The work involved is getting the adhesive off when it's all said and done, but I got a couple tricks for that as well. So that's what I'm going to do, get that going. So as far as the adhesive goes, you can use your finger and try to roll it off or whatever. I bought a eraser for my drill. Basically that's what this is. It's rubber, and you just run it over at very low speed over the rubber, and it peels it off. So I'm going to use this if it doesn't come off easy with my hand. Otherwise I'm going to start with my hand and we'll see what goes from there. That's what I'll work on. So I'll get that done, get this all removed, and then we'll move on to the next step. Alright, so I did end up using the eraser wheel that I bought for the first letter here. This stuff's a little thick and it's not coming off super easy. So I will do this letter real quick to show you how this works. And yeah, then we'll move on to the next one. I'll finish this side up and then we'll get it all cleaned up and prepped and ready for the next one. So here goes. Like I said, it's supposed to be on real low speed, and just let the tool do the work. Don't reef on it, and it'll all come off. Alright, here we go. Okay, back at it. Sorry about that. Of course the battery died, so I had to do a quick battery swap. That's a little better. Alright, there you go. Quick and painless. Second letter done. Working on the third letter. The other thing I did too before I started using this wheel was I pulled down the edge of the tape, or the foam, away from the blue tape that we put to mark the boundaries, just so that I wasn't getting into that when I was using the wheel. So I will finish this up and then we will clean it up and we'll get ready for the next step of putting the new emblems on. Okay, so you can see it's all cleaned up. All the residue's off. No scratches all over the vehicle or anything. As long as you take your time and, yeah, like I said, don't refund, let the tool do the work. It does a real nice job. It makes it a lot quicker and a lot easier. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some isopropyl, propofol? I don't know, anyways, you know what I'm talking about. Take some of that, wipe this down real good, make sure I got all the grease and residue, glue residue and stuff off before I put the new emblem on. So that's what I'm going to do now, wipe that all down, and then I'll probably hit it with a microfiber again one more time just to make sure I got everything off. So I'll do that quick and then we'll get the new one put on. Okay, all wiped up, all cleaned off. Got the new emblem here. So what I decided to do is the very tip of this X, I'm going to butt up against the front marker that we made here, where the old emblems came to. So that way I have an exact point to go off of for the other side as well. And then the top edge, same thing. We will match up with the tape that we put on there to match the old emblem, and that's where it's going to go. So that way it'll make it easy for the other side to know exactly where we're going to put things. So I'm going to do that right now, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, there you go. Installed. Nice installation, went on real easy. I also had a little pocket level. I just put one of those on there and helped me as I was lining it up, just to make sure that I was even with the tape. You don't want to be right on the tape, obviously, because then when you go to pull the tape off, the emblem's going to start to pull away a little bit. So right there up to the edge, I'm going to remove this, and then I'm going to size up where I want to put that T-Rex head, take some measurements, so I can make sure that I have it even on the other side. So do that right now, and then I'll be back with you in a second. Okay, so what I decided to do was the tape line here that gives me my top level extend all the way out. So then I use these inner grooves on the new emblem and lined them up with that. There's a natural body line that kind of rolls here before it goes into the black, rolls down from the red into the black, and the black rolls up. So I wanted to stay off of that edge, so I wanted to be a little bit higher. As a result, that makes it higher than this emblem. So just so that all, for measurements purposes, so I could duplicate it on the other side, this is what I use for my indicator. I used a separate piece of tape, so that way this is movable. I'll peel this tape back, peel all the backing tape off of this, set that back into place, and then it'll be all set. So then I will take a quick video of that, show you what it looks like when it's done. Make sure that I look at my measurements here on both sides. I basically just tried to center it in this space. I checked this door gap. It doesn't interfere at all, so yeah, no issues there. So yeah, I'll peel this tape back, peel all the backing tape off of the emblem, and then stick it on there, and I will show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, there you go. All set, all done with this side. Like I said, I'm just going to go around and do the exact same steps on the other side. I'm happy with the way it turned out. Like I said, I intended for that T-Rex head to be a little bit taller just because I wanted it to stay above that body line. And I wanted to keep the emblem where it was on the door from the other side to make it easy to measure both sides. I think it looks good. On the Hellcat cars, the Hellcat head is actually on the fender, but there's no room with the venting and stuff on the TRX. So that's why it's going on the door. And yeah, I'm happy with the way it turned out. So I'm going to move on to the other side, and then I will finish that up and show you what it looks like when it's done. We're just going to repeat the same steps that I already showed you, so no need for you to watch that again. And then when I'm done with all that, then we'll move on to changing out the wheel lug nuts. So I'll be back in a few. Okay, here's the driver's side, all done. I think it turned out really good, just like the passenger side. Yeah, I'm real happy with the way this came out. I'm not sure why they didn't come like this from the factory, being that there was only one TRX badge on the tailgate on the whole truck. Everything else says Ram. They could have put TRX in the grill instead of Ram. They could have put it on the doors here like I just changed it to. But anyways, yeah, so change it out. I think it looks really good. We're going to move on to the lug nuts now. Okay, so for the lug nuts, I went with Gorilla Automotive factory style black. They're the factory style bulge ones, 14 millimeter by 1.5 for 6 lug. This is what they look like. Bought them off of Amazon from the TRX forum. This is the best ones they said to go with, basically to match up to the factory ones. So that's what I went with. Going to use an impact, take off the ones that are on there. I'm going to go one at a time, swap off a chrome, put a black on, tighten it down. Go in a star pattern. If you've ever changed a tire, that's what you know how to change lug nuts. So that's all you got to do. Go in a star pattern, one at a time. That way I don't have to jack the truck up or do anything else. Factory recommends to tighten them down to 130 foot-pounds of torque. So make sure you dial in your torque wrench, and that's where they need to be. So I will do the first one, show you what it looks like, and we'll move on from there. Okay, here we go. This is what I got. These are the lug nuts that I'm installing, just in case I forgot to put it in earlier or not. Got them from Amazon. These are the right ones. I think they look really good. They match perfectly as far as with the rims. They're the same height as the stock ones. The acorn bulge on the bottom is the same as the factory ones. Everything about them, they fit like OEM ones. You will see the machined edge there on the rim that is exposed. That was exposed when the factory lug nuts were on as well. So these fit exactly the same way as the factory lug nuts did, but they're black, and I think they blend in with the rim a whole lot better. And like I said, same height as the factory ones and same fit as the factory ones, so these are definitely the ones to get. Thanks again to the TRX forum, because that's where I got the information from. Alright, I'm going to finish up the other 3 wheels, and then we will wrap up this video. I forgot I had one more sticker that I was putting on. This is my driver's mirror, and it's supposed to mimic, like your passenger mirror says objects are closer, this says objects in mirror are losing. I thought that was hilarious, so got that to put on the driver's side mirror. Alright, we'll wrap it up. Okay, all set, all done. Pretty quick, pretty easy installs. I think visually they make a huge impact. So like I said earlier in the video, I think that's the way they should have come from the factory. I think it's ridiculous that black wheels don't come in black lug nuts, and the only badging for a TRX, which is this huge massive truck, is this little badge on the tailgate. So I really like the way it turned out with them on the doors, and I really like the Hellcat T-Rex head emblems. I think it just adds a little bit too. So happy, happy with everything the way it turned out. So before I let you guys go, I just wanted to share some family news. Like I said, it's been a busy couple weeks. My oldest, we just moved her into college. So first year freshman, moved her into the dorm. She's out in the world on her own. Big steps. So yeah, excited to see how her life turns out and how she becomes the adult that she's on her way to being. So both my wife and I are very proud of her, and looking forward to what her future holds. So my youngest daughter went back to school as well. She's in high school still. She's entering her junior year, so it's right around the corner for her to be heading to college too. So yeah, big steps. So again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you can, please like the video, comment, subscribe if you haven't, and yeah, really appreciate you tuning in. So everybody take care, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.